As you can see from the slide, uh, monthly expenses for a single person in Canada comes to around $1,700 every month. It includes your groceries like food, $300 a month. You open an account in the bank, that is a small amount, $10 every month for that. You put petrol or the gas in the car. Insurance is very expensive in Canada, so especially for a new person who moves from a different country, the insurance rates is minimum is $150 a month for one person, but it remains the same because the spouse doesn't have to pay extra. So if there are two persons living in a household, or so one person living in the household, the insurance remains the same. Cell phones, eating out, house rent or house mortgage, that's a big expense. So for a single person who can share the accommodation with someone else would pay less, around $800 a month. And internet is about $40 per month if he's living in a shared accommodation. Miscellaneous is add another $100, and the utilities, which includes heating of the house, Enbridge gas, water, that costs around $100 for a shared accommodation. So the total for a single person expenses are around $1,700. Total monthly expense for a couple living in a two-bedroom house is around $3,050. So now it comes that how much money would you be able to make? Your annual expense for living in a shared accommodation is $20,400. If you're living in an independent house as a couple, your annual expenses are $36,576. Minimum wage in Canada is $14 an hour, and normally people work 40 hours. So 8 hours per day, 5 days a week. That gives you an annual gross income of $29,000. So if you subtract the taxes like a federal tax, provincial tax, and Canada pension plan, that's the take home for one person is $25,000 per year. So if a person is single, he can save around $4,595 a year. If a couple and both people are working, then they make around $50,000 net income, and their expenses are only $36,576. So they make a saving of $13,412. So even if you are working on a minimum wage, no problem, you can live comfortably, and this amount is good enough to survive in your first few months. And a job on a minimum wage is always available. That's not a problem at all.